What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Apple update video where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Apple stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me go ahead here and hit record, and we will get right into the video. So let me go to Apple here real quick. And as we see, another not great day for Apple, actually a pretty red day for Apple. We're down about $5.06 on the day, which is about 4.17%. So not, great movement by Apple overall. We'll take a look at Apple specifically, and then I want to kind of give an update on everything that we talked about yesterday with the S&P 500 and the Qs, because ultimately those levels that we are looking at, we were hoping for a push up, but we're getting a push down at that critical support level. So I'll share with you guys what I'm watching there. But before we get there, let's take a look at Apple. So right out the gate, after I made the video yesterday, futures, when they opened, they were down. NASDAQ was down about 1%, and we got a decent gap down. We went from kind of hitting up against this 121.50 level, right? So you guys remember we rallied, second half of Friday, pushed up against these 121.50 levels. We gapped down, but then it looked like, maybe we were starting to push back up again. And then right when we opened, it was pretty much just down. So we went down, bounced off of the 119 level, got rejected by the 120, came right back down, pushed up, and then when we broke this, we couldn't really sustain the 119, so we kept falling, bounced once off of this 116.99, but it really wanted to go below it. So now, we ended the day below that, and we are now, 116.44 in the after hours. So not great movement, as you can see, straight down, not crazy good movement. What I don't like about today, again, is what I do like about today is nothing, right? In this chart, there's nothing really to like. What I don't like is we're below VWAP. We went through kind of two levels. We did get a little bit of a bounce, but it was just relative weakness throughout the course of the day. Let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see what we see. So again, RSI is at 3161, getting to that oversold level. Anything 30 or below is oversold, considered oversold, so approaching those levels. We got a little bit of hope yesterday, or not yesterday, well, yesterday being the last trading day. We pushed up, nice recovery, RSI pushed up, we made a higher low, and things were starting to look okay. And then, come today, we are back here. So let me cover levels of support and levels of resistance, and then I want to kind of share some things about the market right now, right? So right here, what we have is the levels that we broke through today, being in the 116.99, pretty much the 117 level, and the 119.09, which is the 119 level, and then 120 would be kind of the key 3 points that I am looking at for Apple if we start to go up. A little green in the after hours, so at least the craziness isn't continuing in the after hours, but still, not a great day for Apple. So 116.99, which is, I'm just going to call it 117, 119, and then 120, and then 121.50. So that's what we're looking at from a upside perspective. From a downside perspective, we've got run room all the way down to the 112.72 level if we break 115s, which we're not too far from right now. So again, if we break 115s, we got run room down to the 112.72. That would be kind of the downside. Remember that, NASDAQ is still selling off. We're down about 2.41%. Now, it didn't go as low overall as we did on Friday, but the other side of that is that we still ended the day towards low of day, right? So let's take a look at, actually S&P was barely red, so a little deceptive, but NASDAQ was super red. So depending on what you're heavily invested in, for me, it's heavy tech and heavy growth, still decently hit. So let's take a look at the QQQs, you guys, and I want to talk about a couple things over with you guys. So first things first, right? Same thing, RSI looking a little oversold, not not looking too good though from a chart perspective, right? We reached this high back in mid-February, and we've got about a couple weeks of selling off happening. So what is going on? Remember that I talked about this level yesterday. This is the $300 level. Well, not exactly. It's between, like, I'd say 299, 298 to 301. And the reason I like this level is I'm going to zoom in a little here. Back here in early September, we tried breaking the 300 level. We couldn't. We pulled back all the way to 260, right? So we got about between a 10 and 15% pullback. We've tried again. This time we could only go as high as 297.50, right? 297.46 was the high point here on October 12th. Then we pulled back this time to 266, which is not as much as 260. Then we pushed up again, got rejected. And then the fourth time we broke through 300, we immediately tested that level again, and then we pushed up. That's why, you guys, when we're hitting against this level, if you take a look at, it took us a hit in September, a hit in mid-October, a hit in early November to get through that level. So by us not getting the support here, take a look at how much kind of progress we might lose, and you know, the difficulty that we could see again. Now, once we've broken through it, I understand that, you know, breaking through it again might not be as difficult as it was before, where it took a couple months and 3 different times before we could actually break through it. But at the same time, right, that's why it's crucial. Now, if I zoom in here, if you'll see that, you know, oh, you know, the low was on Friday of 297.45. Our low today was 299.51. But the key here is, you guys, we, yes, visited 297.45 on Friday, but we closed at 308. So we recovered a lot. Today, although we didn't go as low as Friday, we didn't recover. And I'm not saying that to scare you guys. I'm just sharing what I see in the market. I'm gonna bring on the EMAs, and this is what I said in yesterday's video. We were pushing towards that 89 EMA here, right? And so I said, hey, it's really important for us to capture that 89 EMA, which I personally thought it was gonna do. I said that, and I was wrong, 100% wrong. We did not make an attempt to. That matter of fact, we kind of got rejected by there, right? So that's why I was saying, hey, that's the level that I'm watching. We do have downside. We could test this level again if we get rejected by the 89 EMA. I thought we would overtake the 89 EMA. I had pointed out both sides, but I thought we'd, you know, start to maybe take over the 89 EMA and push up. But clearly we didn't get there, right? So that's why if this weakness continues, because we did close near low of days today, maybe this 297.45 is something we visit tomorrow or sometime this week, you guys. And if we get that right, if we get that 297.50s test, then that's when things can get kind of tricky. I think we have run room all the way down to the 294s, and if that doesn't hold, then we've got run room down to this level here in the 288s, right? So 294, 288s. I'm just gonna draw out lines for us so we remember. I'm gonna say 294 and then 288. This and the reason I've done that is, you know, by zooming into some of these hourly candles. I'm not gonna do it here, but you know, I do think if we get that, more pullback could be coming, which again, 299 we saw a 9-point fall today almost, so that'd be you know, pretty much the equivalent of today's fall, so another 2.5 to 3%, which is not something that we want to see. But the downside is there, and I want to point that out to you guys. The S&P, on the other hand, if I bring out the indicators, right, not looking too good, not looking too bad. Again, between that 34 and 55 EMA that we saw a couple times, and it could bounce off of the 55 EMA, hopefully, and start to push out, but we'll see how that goes. But again, downside there as well if we don't start to push up soon. So with all that being said, the reason I point that out is, look, Apple is a huge company. If the Qs are down, right, if the tech sector is down, or if the S&P is weak, Apple is probably going to be a follower in that. That's just, I mean, there's no other way to put it, which is why, although I think Apple is getting to that oversold level, I'm not convinced of a bounce just yet. I thought 117 was a pretty strong support level. Clearly didn't hold up today. So now what I'm watching is, and again, if I've got shares I continue to hold. I've got that call going out to July that I continue to hold for now, even though I'm down on the call and the shares. I mean, I don't, my cost basis is super low. I have lost a lot of money though, since you know, this January high of 145, unrealized, of course, because I hold on to my shares. So what I'm seeing is, hey, do we push towards this 117 level that was validated as a good level of support for us a couple times, and then hopefully kind of get ready for the next couple of steps, or do we test the 115 level and push down towards the 112? That's what I'm watching. And to kind of answer that, I am looking at the QQQs and what it does at that 300 level. So not a good trading day, you guys. Definitely thought this week maybe we see, I wasn't expecting super green week, but I was expecting, you know, the sell-off to kind of calm down based on the indications we got on Friday. Nice push there, but with the futures being down and the nice gap, or big gap down, you know, that was kind of out the door. So hopefully you guys are doing all right this week. To start the week, I was slightly red on the day, not as red as I have been, you know, past couple of weeks, getting kind of numb to this redness, unfortunately, but you know, it was still a red day. And Apple is down $5, which is a pretty red day for Apple. So hopefully we start to turn around soon. Again, if we don't see a stop at that 300, Qs could go lower, QQQs. So we'll, you know, next couple of days we'll kind of be telling of what happens. As always, I'll keep you guys posted on, you know, what Apple's doing, what I'm doing with my Apple shares. But yeah, hopefully we see a little bit of a recovery, but keep an eye out on the QQQ. So that's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop that like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.